Yeah. Soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, a little, education, soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, education, you love. Uninspired and tired is a bad combination, and I'm sad to say that's a dark situation, but I'm thinking of you, so I'm glad to say I wrote a letter on behalf of how I feel today. 7 a.m. in the morning, ain't been to sleep. It's been a night type long and the rough type week. I'm meditating my life on the whole, pondering the where, when, how, ifs I can gain control. It's like a spin of the wheel or a roll of the die. They say that you can be a winner at the game of life, but I know the house don't play to lose, so you better know the math, how to make the move. See, I'm a student of the study, how to proper pursue a blunt portion of the profits produced, paying my dues. So I follow the lolly and avoid the fools. But this is drive-by fire, so you must stay cool. One rule: envy is a powerful tool. Spying all times, everything you do. That way, when the Indian's ear get act cool, you can crack those crabs and continue to move. You know, 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feel me. Remember back to the slenderest times when we pitched for the pretty penny nickel a dime. Before the world seemed crooked and the gutter was fine. When there was good hood living and a peace of mind. Now that's over. Life will make a grown man sober, head aching, hanging over, feeling funny inside. We never knew the world worked on a bogus design to keep a brother buried deep, broken down and blind. Better still, man, it's ill when you look to find there's a chance to advance, most heads deny. Like a dream and a slice of the proverbial pie. We will remain to reside in the ghetto of pride. Ignorance is pure bliss and these days provide plenty of it to keep a poor man pacified. I try to put him on the business of knowledge applied, but that's a pickle of a deal that's sour inside. But 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feeling me, man. So many guys that I grew with died, resorted to doing crime and turned doing the time. I can hardly better speak to childhood friends and find every exchange features a fella falling the wayside. That's ill, but then it keeps a brother on bill mode, mentally locked and loaded, ready to deal with any form of friction you can fathom the feel. In a world that wheels drama and fires at will, it bust from dawn to dusk and aim to kill. Cause a lot of souls shook and afraid for real. So instead turn their head, tuck tail and chill, in the hopes not to cope, but that's whack. See, you and I are like a different breed, and we bring to the balance such a desperate need. The eagerness to elevate and evolve the scene. A better space, a better time indeed. Sincerely.
It was the voice of a courageous explorer, a man dedicated to the pursuit of man's knowledge and the expansion of his horizons.
Good morning. Here is Nathan Ivey.
Morning, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, June 21st, 2016. Great to be alive. Welcome back to the Nathan Ivey Show, your morning destination for interesting conversation and undoubtedly the last honest place in America. Welcome back, everyone. Many things to discuss, but first, my favorite part of the show, I gotta say what's up to the folks who hold me down in the chop shop, the chat room. Hey, join us. I know you've been listening. Come and join us in the chop shop. And I gotta say what's up and good morning first to Mr. Hollywood, because he was in the chop shop for us this morning. And good to see you, Mr. Hollywood. Yes, sir. What's up, Shauna? How you doing, Shauna? She was second in the chop shop. Good morning to you, Shauna. And good morning, Pat. Good morning, Pat. Welcome back. Good morning, Crystal. I want to talk about numerous things this morning. Research shows that whenever there's a mass shooting, right afterward, there's a real spike in concealed and carry permits. You know, you got to be careful, because someone might have live ammunition while you're training people on how to deal with gun safety. Yeah, that happened in Ohio. very serious when you're dealing with a firearm. So research shows that whenever there's a mass shooting, humans become afraid, and they want to run out and make sure they're packing heat. And I completely understand it. Good morning. Welcome back. Currently 10:11 a.m. in the Queen City. That's right. We are broadcasting live via the Spreaker Network from the city of Cincinnati. And it looks like it's going to be a spectacular day. A spectacular day. Numerous things to discuss this morning. I want to talk about some local issues. I want to talk about it with you first this morning here. If you're in the tri-state area, a shout out to those who are. Is Cleveland in the house? Where you at, Cleveland? Let me see you, man. I know people in Cleveland are still pumped. Did you see the thousands of folks who showed up when the players came home? Why JR have his shirt off, man, in front of all those people? Showing off his body and all this. My wife got a thing for J.R. Smith. I keep looking at her like, what? She's revealing things about herself I never knew before. What? I didn't think you liked those types. And a lot of folks are making something out of the fact that LeBron James had a T-shirt on. Listen, the Cavs won, and that's it. I've been monitoring ESPN, and all of their hosts agree that now LeBron James, right, has crossed over into the almighty pantheon. The big debate now is whether, when it comes to power forwards or forwards in general, who's better, Larry Bird or LeBron James? This could be interesting. This could be interesting. NBA fans of any particular age, I say, if you're like a 70s or 80s baby, man, listen, if you're a fan of NBA, then you have been spoon-fed that Larry Bird, is the best forward ever from all time because he won, 3 championships with Boston? But come on, folks. If you had to take a young Larry Legend or a young LeBron James, who are you going to take to start a franchise? That's right, a young LeBron James. But America's so invested in the idea that Larry Bird, and for many reasons because of his skin color, was able to rise, right, into that holy pantheon of the best ball players ever, that I'm wondering if that's going to hold them back from opening the door for one LeBron James. I'm going to say right now that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to repeat. Ms. D, greetings to you. Good morning. Welcome back to the show. Jim Brown went on ESPN and said, and I'm paraphrasing, basically that there was a lot of courage that was displayed. And, he's never seen that sense of loyalty before in an athlete. I guess he's talking about LeBron James because, Cleveland damn sure ain't loyal. I mean, let's be honest here. Yeah, he brought you a championship. But I wonder how would Cleveland react if LeBron said, you know what? I got you that championship. Now I'm going to go chase Los Angeles, or I'm going back down to Miami or whatever. Would they be burning his jersey? Remember that? Would they tear down the Nike signs? We don't want your stinking Nike signs in our downtown. That was a temper tantrum. But for now, LeBron fulfilled his destiny, I guess. It's amazing how, his destiny is in a sports sort of context. Okay? And there's been a lot made of the fact that the Cavs came back from being down 3-1. Well, there's a lot of neighborhoods, right, in Cleveland that are down 3-1. All right, they're behind. Who's going to hit the last jumper for them? Numerous things. I thought Jim Brown, I'm like, damn, Jim, he's landed on thick about this championship. But I get it. If Jim Brown says it, then it must be true, right? It must be true. There's more controversy, we'll call it trouble, okay, with the inner workings of the Metropolitan Sewer District. There's more issues. Apparently, there were numerous companies that were awarded contracts with MSD that donated to the program, which are leading to concerns about conflicts of interest at the district. And Even City Councilman Christopher Smitherman's name is in this particular piece. Let me read it to you. Records also show that taxpayers paid a lot of bills at the private nonprofit, and that the children of some connected city employees and officials, such as City Councilman Christopher Smitherman, landed internships there. Who's been running things at the Metropolitan Sewer District? But here's what I really want to know. Okay, before we get into this investigation and we figure out who did what and who was wrong and where was the money and how was the money spent and was there some favoritism? Because you know there was. I mean, it's Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Hamilton County is known for its nepotism, which is one of the reasons which made the prosecution of Tracy Hunter so preposterous. Because, wait a minute, that's how you do things at the county. At least that's what I've been told. And so I've heard. And so I've read. That's just the way they do things. MSD. All I'm hoping is this with the Metropolitan Sewer District. Number one, I'm hoping they don't try to land this and lay this at the doorstep of primarily black people. That's number one. Because already I keep hearing a couple of names and seeing at least one photograph over and over again. The photograph is of former councilman Sam Malone. And apparently he was doing some consultancy work. Made about $300,000 over a few years or so. Really. And that the other name is, and again, maybe rightly so because he was a director, that is of the former MSD director, Tony Parrott, a brother who left some time ago and got a job elsewhere. He said, screw this, I'm out of here. I got better things to do, right? But also, I'd like to know, as someone who pays a water bill, is at the end of this investigation, are we going to be recouped? And you're going to send me a check? I mean, at the very least, are my sewer charges going to go down? I mean, once they ferret out how much money has been so-called wasted or has been given away at a handshake and over a round of shots or something like that, then are my rates going to go down? That's what I want to know. Ohio Governor John Kasich has vetoed a bill that would have required those requesting extended time to vote post a bond when doing so. What? Yes, I'll give you more details. Also, it looks like the U.S. Senate might vote on not one, but 4 different gun-related bills. That's right. They're trying to get things done now in the Congress, in the Senate, when Barack Obama is basically, it's like sort of like a lame duck session to some degree. Remember Sandy Hook? People are tired of it. Now Orlando, San Bernardino. We don't talk about San Bernardino. It was the wife and the husband. They were shooters. They killed 14 people. And will these new legislative approaches, right, these gun control proposals, will they get any support from the Republicans? I mean, is this something that's going to be actually put in place? Now, listen, we should have a national registry. We should have a ban on high-capacity rounds. Depending on how much ammo you are buying. Here's the big question, though. Depending on how much ammo you're buying. So, for instance, if you go in and you make a high-volume purchase of ammunitions, should that trigger, okay, should that be a precursor for more scrutiny, okay, by law enforcement into who you are and what exactly you might be doing with those ammunitions? The first thought that comes up is, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, then what's the big deal, right, Nate? What's the big deal? But the second thought is, wait a minute, now you're surveilling me because I am honestly purchasing these ammunitions. Hey, maybe I own a gun shop, or maybe, as I said, I'm an avid hunter and I only shot once a year just because it saves me money. What's wrong with that? Now I'm on a terrorist watch list? That's where we are in America. That's where we are. I'm live, I'm local, and I'm vocal. Thank you for listening. This is the Nathan Ivey Show, currently 7:20 a.m. And I got to say what's up to everyone in the chat. Kiki, she writes, I'm present.